Well, of course I wasn't going to make you wait another day for us to find out. I had to know too. So, chapter 25, out of my mind. OMG. What a night! I still can't believe how everything turned out once the championship round began. That's when Mr. Kingsley explained. The questions this time will be a bit more difficult. Scoring, however, will be the same. The team with the best score out of 100 points possible will be our champion. He picked up the cards that contained the quiz questions and smiled. Here is question number 1. What is diplopia? A. Double vision. B. Left-handedness. C. A disease of the gums. D. A form of cancer. Oh boy! He wasn't kidding! This was going to be a killer round. I was sure the answer was A, though, kind of. When the answer was revealed, double vision was correct. Whew. Rose, Connor, and I got it right. Claire missed it. Everyone on the Perry Valley team answered it correctly. The score was 3-4. Number 2, Mr. Kingsley said. Who is the composer of Rhapsody in Blue? A. Mozart. B. Gershwin. C. Copland. D. Beethoven. Bing, 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 bing. Thanks to my parents and Mrs. V, that was a little easier. I pushed the button for B. One person on the Perry Valley team got it wrong, and Claire messed up as well. That made the score 6-7, with Perry Valley ahead. Everybody could feel the tension. The next 20 questions covered things like lions in the jungle, gravity in space, authors of famous books, and math. Some of those I even got right. Bing, 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 bing. Even though Connor aced a hard spelling problem and Claire came through on a difficult history question, Perry Valley kept staying 1 or 2 points ahead of us. It was getting near the end of the round. Perry Valley had surged ahead on a math question and was up by 3 points. It looked pretty grim for us with a score of 78-81. I glanced at Connor. Sweat dripped from his nose. And then Mr. Kingsley asked, the condition in which a person may be able to hear colors or visualize flavors when music is called. A. Synthesis. B. Symbiosis. C. Synthesia. D. Symbolism. I grinned and punched in C. Not only was it one of Mrs. V's vocabulary words, it was me. Remember, she told us when she listens to music, she hears colors. She sees colors. I breathed a sigh of relief when I realized that Connor and Claire and Rose had chosen the right answer. When the results were tallied, only one of the Perry Valley kids had gotten it right. The score stood at 82-82. It was time for the very last question. This one would determine the group that would go to Washington. I glanced at Rose and the others. I think we all gulped at the same time. Our last question of the evening, Mr. Kingsley began, is a mathematics problem. Oh, I groaned inside. There goes our trip to Washington. I may as well go back to room H5 and hide there for the next 1,000 years. Number 25, Mr. Kingsley said slowly. Lisa gets up every morning and gets ready for school. She takes 22 minutes to get dressed, 18 minutes to eat breakfast, and 10 minutes to walk to school. What time should Lisa get up so she can arrive at school at 7:25 a.m.? A. 6:15 a.m. B. 6:20 a.m. C. 6:25 a.m. D. 6:35 a.m. I need to add and then subtract. How do I subtract time? I need to see a clock. I'm getting all mixed up. Time is running out. I can't mess up now. It could have been C, but it might have been D. I thought a moment more, and then I pushed D, feeling like I was going to throw up. The answers lit up on the screen. Everybody on our team had answered D. Either we were all correct or all really terrible at figuring out time problems. 3 students on the Perry Valley team had answered D. One of them had answered C. Well, it looks like we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely proud to announce that this team this year that will represent us in Washington, D.C. will be Spalding Street Elementary School with a score of 86 to 85. I couldn't help it. I squealed. I kicked. My arms jerked crazily. I tried really hard to control it, but I just couldn't help it. My body went a little wacko on me. "Shut her up," I heard Claire hiss. "Shh," Rose whispered through clenched teeth. "Thank you for watching our telecast," Mr. Kingsley said, throwing a quick glance at me. "Please join us in 2 weeks when we televise the finals from Washington. This is Charles Kingsley. Good night." He signaled that he was finished. The cameras blinked to dark and the lights blessedly clicked off. I couldn't stop kicking. My arms acted like wind-up toys gone bananas. I screamed with joy. At least nobody noticed this time because hoots and hollers abounded as dozens of people stormed the stage. Dad balanced Penny on one arm and the camcorder in another. Mom, Catherine, and Mrs. V rushed over to me and almost smothered me with hugs. Mrs. V tried to look as if she wasn't impressed or surprised, but her grin seemed to be permanently attached. Mr. Deming, the alternates, and all the parents of the rest of the kids on the team cheered and jumped and patted one another on the back. One of the parents streamed confetti over us. Balloons appeared from nowhere. Somebody in the studio turned the speakers up loud and played the song Celebration. People started to dance. It seemed as if a million pictures were taken. Amazingly, lots were taken of me. I did my best to calm down and relax. "Smile, Melody," called a guy with a baseball cap. Click, flash. "Can somebody sit her up a little straighter in her chair?" Click, flash. "Get a picture of the kid in the wheelchair." I think that guy was a reporter. Click, flash. "Where's the winning team?" another reporter asked loudly. "We want a team picture for the newspaper. Why don't you kids stand around Melody?" "Okay now, smile." Click, flash. I could barely see. Blue dots danced in front of my eyes. "We want the winning team for a TV interview," someone else called out. "Can we have them over here?" People were shuffled around and a stagehand helped set us up. Connor, Rose, and Claire sat in chairs next to me. Amanda, Molly, Elena, and Rodney stood behind us. Mr. Deming stood next to Rodney. I hoped that my hair looked okay and that I wouldn't look too goofy. The reporter silenced the crowd as the cameraman lined up and got into position. Good evening. This is Elizabeth Ochoa of Channel 6 News. I'm here in our studio as we speak to students from Spalding Street Elementary School, victorious members of the winning team of the Whiz Kids competition held here tonight. These are 8 of the brightest young people in our community who buzzed their way to victory tonight. Let's meet them. We'll start with the alternates in the back row. The youngsters who will fill in should one of the team members not be able to participate. Please tell me your name and ages, she asked as she put the microphone in front of each student. Amanda Firestone, age 12. Molly North, age 11. Elena Rodriguez, age 12. Rodney Mosul, age 11 and a half. That got a laugh. Miss Ochoa continued, and seated in front of me is the championship team. Please tell me your names as well. My name is Claire Wilson, and I'm 11, and I got more right than anyone else on my team. Good for you, Miss Ochoa said. I know you studied hard for this. The reporter moved quickly to Rose. And you are? Rose Spencer, age 11, Rose said, sounding a little shy. What stands out for you this evening? The reporter asked as the camera moved in closer. I was on last year's team, and we lost by only a few points, so it's real exciting to win this time. I'm very proud of our team. Rose was beaming. Great answer, and we're proud of you as well, Miss Ochoa said. And now to this tall young man. Your name, sir? She asked Connor. Connor Bates. Hi, Mom! Connor spoke loudly into the mic. Do you remember the hardest question you were given tonight? the reporter asked him. I thought all the questions were super easy, Connor said with a grin. I missed a few on purpose so the other contestants wouldn't feel bad. Mrs. Ochoa burst into a tinkly laugh. How does it feel to be on a team with your very special team member? She asked. Hey, Melody is okay. She's really smart. Let me introduce you to... But I wasn't about to let him steal my thunder. My name is Melody Brooks, and I'm 11 years old, the machine said, loudly and clearly. The reporter looked amazed. Well, this is astounding. How does it feel to be part of the winning team, Melody? I pressed my key for super. She laughed. Was it difficult to study and prepare for the competition? Miss Ochoa asked. No, lots of people helped me. What was the hardest part about participating tonight? Hoping I wouldn't mess up. She smiled. We all feel like that sometimes. Are you excited about traveling to Washington, D.C.? Oh, yes. Have you ever been there before? No. How will being on the winning team change your life at school? I thought that was a good question. Not much, I admitted. Then the reporter waited patiently while I took the time to tap the right words. Maybe kids will talk to me more. I talk to her all the time, Claire interjected. Both Rose and Connor looked at her with frowns. Huh? Rose said. Miss Ochoa moved away from me and over to Claire. So, you consider yourself to be Melody's friend? Oh, absolutely, Claire said with a bounce of her cinnamon-colored curls. She and I eat lunch together every day and test each other on questions for the quiz team. Melody is a lot smarter than she looks. Rose raised her hand to speak, but the reporter shook her head. I'm so sorry, but we're out of time, she told Rose. In the camera, she said, in addition to a great group of kids, we've just met two remarkable young women, best friends in spite of their differences and members of the winning Washington-bound Whiz Kids quiz team. Congratulations to you all. I was stunned. Claire? What was all that about? Claire saying they eat together every day and they're best friends and they quiz each other? What was that all about?